Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
I'm a 70-year-old lifelong Cleveland Browns fan, but this was a very winnable game, and I put the loss on the coach. We had third down with 2 yards to go at the 2-minute warning. We could have had 2 plays to pick up those 2 yards and maybe run the clock out or got in field goal range. The quarterback played a commendable game, but he is what he is. He can't make a clutch play when it's needed. Our defense is not elite. They can't make a stop when it counts. And finally, the left tackle needs replaced. He's terrible. Thank you.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Scott, again, I don't know that falls on Kevin Stefanski. I can't argue. I don't think you want to put the game in PJ's, but he didn't put the game in PJ Walker's hands. It's not like, I'm sure, the one thing I will say in watching PJ Walker, I thought he was a half a beat slow making decisions pretty much all game. Even the sack, it's like, oh, he's coming. He didn't have a sense for the feel of the game.
Yeah, that's an interesting observation, Dave. I think you're probably right about that. And it's not an easy spot for him to be in. I get that. Hasn't played a ton, but has played some. But, it's difficult. He got here, and, I think his first practice is September 4th. It's not a long time to get up to speed. He hadn't taken any first-team reps until before that Niners game. So it's a tough spot. And, again, it's a tough spot for Kevin Stefanski, too. Like, you're playing this quarterback. You got to trust him to make some throws. It's a similar discussion after that Ravens game when DTR played. Like, everybody blamed Kevin Stefanski for, not putting DTR in better spots. Like, sometimes your quarterback's just got to make some throws. And if he can't, I don't care who's calling the game, you're not going to be able to have success. So I think it's a tough spot all around. Deshaun Watson's unavailability, if that's the word, has put them in this spot. I don't think anybody with the team thought that Deshaun Watson would miss all but 12 snaps of 4 games when he took that hit against the Titans, but that's where they are, and it's really affected this team. And I do think Kevin Stefanski deserves credit for them being 4-3, despite missing your quarterback, your franchise quarterback, for 4 games. I think that's credit to Stefanski. Now, the caller's right. They had a chance to win that game. And 5-2, I think people would have felt really good about this team being 5-2, especially with Watson missing all that time, with PJ Walker. Like, there would have been a big boost to go to Seattle and get that win. I don't think it's a crushing loss because I expected them to lose, but it's crushing because of the momentum you would have had if they would have won that game. So I think all those points are legit. I'm with the caller that you cannot call this defense elite until it gets big stops at end of games. It got a couple at the end of that Colts game, but it also gave up 38. So it's tough to make that argument coming out of that game. I think it has the potential to be elite. Yeah, I see the talent on the front end and the back end, but it needs to be there in key moments. And just one last point, like, I don't know what I don't know what people are looking at that Jed Wills is doing, and they insist on criticizing him. He had 1 false start yesterday. Otherwise, I thought he played really well, and it's 3 straight games coming out of the bye that Jed Wills has played really well. I think people just have it in their heads that he's bad, and I don't think they're really paying attention because I watch every snap he takes, and he's better than people think he is.
I would agree. The last 3 games, I thought he's been really good. And you're starting to see some.
He played through a bum. He had a bad foot and ankle. He played every snap.
And I think you're starting to see him play with some emotion, which I think is a good thing too. I'm with you with the defense. It needs to show up a little bit more consistent. I think they're good. I'm not going to say they're elite until they start shutting some people down late in games.